This is Matt from Dice of the Round Table. Thanks for joining me. And what I'm going to have is a series of how to play. I've decided to change up. Instead of having a pretty long how to play, I'm going to be covering different components of Bolt Action. So it will be Bolt Action 2nd Edition by Warlord Games. And we're going to be covering different aspects of the game in smaller chunks. That way, if maybe you're a new player, instead of being inundated with everything, you can just find the pieces that maybe you want to get a second opinion on, or hear some other ways of understanding the rules. Because like any game system, sometimes different angles gives you different views of it. So please subscribe to the channel, like the video if you appreciate the content, and I'm going to get right to it. So what I'm going to cover in this video are going to be these: the order dice / activation of the game. Okay, so I think what I'm going to do is set up something on the table and walk through it on the tabletop. So let's get to the table. So as you can see here, we have a unit of German Grenadiers. And what we're going to do is I'm going to have their dice, and you have several different orders you can put on the dice. Let's go through them. The first is an advanced move. Advanced move simply means the unit can move and shoot. And infantry moves 6 inches, and tracked vehicles like a tank is going to move 9 inches. A half track is going to move 9 inches because it has tracks, and a wheeled vehicle will be able to move 12 inches. I'm not going to focus on all of the vehicles. I'm going to focus on infantry and order dice in this one. So what I have is I have this unit. I can move them 6 inches, and I'm going to put the dice next to it, and I can move the unit 6 inches. And afterwards I can shoot. If I have a run order lets me move double. So that would mean this unit can move 12 inches. And that will be off the screen here. There can be no shooting after moving. I could have the unit do a fire order. A fire order would have no movement, and I would just shoot a target. I can have the unit go down. Maybe they're protecting a area, and I want them to go down. Going down does not require an order test. They're simply marked as down, and any unit shooting them will have a -2 to hit them. So if you want to preserve a unit, keep them down, that's an awesome choice. Down does not require an order check, which we'll get into in a minute. My other one is rally. Rally allows your unit to remove pins. So if the unit had pins on it, then I could do a rally order to remove pins. The rally order does require an order check if you have pins. And remember, the pins do not count against your morale. Or I have the ambush order. Ambush means they're going to stay where they are, lock their sights, and anyone that moves into their field of fire, you as the controlling player can trigger the ambush at any time during that unit's movement. I have a tactics video on ambush to elaborate on that. And that is it. That is the order dice. That's your couple choices that you can do. Now, let's get into advanced order dice. Now let's say we have our lieutenant. Remembering you're going to have an HQ lieutenant, can be by themselves or with their helper. That's what I have here, lieutenant. Now depending on the lieutenant, they're going to give you a couple different things. A second lieutenant's going to give you a morale bonus, as well as a first lieutenant. A second lieutenant will deal with morale in a different video. But for orders, want to take this into account. So a lieutenant, if you pull and activate their dice, you can trigger another unit within 6 inches and say that's called snap 2. When you snap 2, you get another of your dice out of the bag, and you're going to activate both units and decide what you want to do. The other thing of note is if your unit does have pins like this, and you want to activate this unit with an advance order so they can shoot, move and shoot. I'm going to declare the advance order. I have 3 pins. Let's call this unit regular, so their morale is 9. I have to pass a morale check. 9 minus 3, so I need 6 or less. If my lieutenant here, I can get the morale bonus. Let's say he's not here. I got a 5, so I passed. 1 pin goes away, and they execute the order. That's the key. They can do what you tell them to do if they passed. If they had 3 pins, and I rolled it, and it became 11, they failed, this automatically changes to a down order. And with that, that's the basics of the order dice. I'll get into a little bit more detail in these other videos that will be coming up when I talk about different aspects of orders, unit types. But like I said, I want to make these small little chunks just to get a little exposure. I'm not getting to all the super little detailed nooks and crannies with this. I'm trying to give an overview of all the little things for someone that's learning the game or needing a refresher. So that's this. That is Bolt Action 2nd Edition Order Dice. Thanks for checking out the video.